I want to go with that headline that says that there is no plausible explanation as to why Pep Guardiola's Manchester City is where they are today. No taking anything away from Manchester United and Ruben Amorim. Fantastic play. Coming back from a goal down against Manchester City. You see, that's the problem against Manchester City at the Etihad. That has been a fortress for a pretty long while. Um, Let me tell you this before I go on and rant and rave. I think short and simple, like I said, no explanation. It's not possible. I think there's something wrong somewhere, not with the players, not with Pep's philosophy. I think Pep wants to get fired. Yes, let me stop rambling. I think Pep wants to get fired. I believe so strongly. Because you cannot go from having the most feared team in the world. I'm not just talking about Europe, the most feared team in the world. Anytime Manchester City with Pep Guardiola goes to play any match, the odds always favor them. It doesn't matter whether you're Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Manchester City became the most feared team in the world. The only time they lose, just like what Fabio Capello says, is that Manchester City lose big matches because of the ego of Pep Guardiola, not because the players were not capable. They lost the semi-finals in the Champions League, remember, to Real Madrid because he tinkered. And then it was when he decided that he needed a point man, he got Haaland. It has always been about his ingenuity in creating formations and systems. And his seeds are planted all over Europe. It's in Chelsea with Maresca, Arteta, Arsenal, even Arne Slot credits the fact that he is more of a Pep Guardiola student than a Jurgen Klopp. So if these guys, with a sprinkle of his knowledge, are making sense where they are, maybe Arsenal is not doing as much, how is it that this guy has gone from having the best team in the world to being a team that everybody can take a shit at? It's plain and simple. Pep wants to get fired. He's burnt out. He's burnt out. Logically, I'm looking at it. If you look at the game against Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, fantastic. I think I'm beginning to understand the way he plays. Hold on. Patterns and formations to hold on to the ball in the first half and look for loopholes. It takes a serious-minded person just like Amad Diallo to understand when there's blood. It's not just because of the formation. Amad Diallo smells blood. That boy is bad. And Ruben Amorim is using him to effect. That's why it's painful to Ruben Amorim that Marcus Rashford, who has been there all the time, is not motivated enough to see the opportunities with his speed, power, and pace. And Garnacho, who is supposed to be a student or a disciple of Cristiano Ronaldo, a Portuguese like Amorim, doesn't see it. So that's a lot of kudos to Amorim. Let me not deviate. I come back to the Pep Guardiola thing. So I'm giving credit to Manchester United for a job well done, beating Manchester City. So back to the Manchester City. This is a team, okay, they have won 4 in a row, which is not easy. So I expect, just like in the year 2000, in 2020, the COVID year, you could take a break. You would be one of the contenders. Take a break, refresh, rebuild, get new players and graduate them. Not become everybody's dumping ground. So how does it go to that level that all of a sudden the so-called best coach in the world is on a losing streak, has not won in 10 games. How? It's not possible. I said that if he loses against Manchester United, Pep is on a mission to get fired. And that headline says is that he doesn't know what to do anymore. He's done. He's not good enough. I know he signed a new contract. I know. But follow me a little bit. First of all, even if Rodri is not there, other players are there. Even if they're injured, Pep plays with the fact that it is his formations and his ingenuity that makes the game tick, not the players. Remember? It is Pep's ingenuity, his brilliant formations, schemes, and stratagems that makes the team great, not the players. So if Pep has an ordinary person, he can slot him in there and the person will work because it's about the team. It's about the formation. It's not about so much about individuality. Although it's wrong though. But hey, it works. It keeps the team together. So the foundational philosophy is supposed to be the team works. The structure works. Do you understand? The structure works. How come the structure is not working anymore? Are you saying that they don't have youth players? Now, if that's the case, and Pep cannot solve it, and is waiting to throw money at it, Pep has dropped from Mount Rushmore, Pep has just dropped from the Hall of Fame of great coaches. Because Alex Ferguson did it with Aberdeen. Mourinho did it with Porto. You have to be that kind of a coach that can bring them up and rebuild. Pep wants to get fired. I believe so. Now, look at it. How many years has Pep... Okay, look at it. And this, I was going through this and I had to look at it and take it very seriously. At Barcelona, he said 2008 to 2012. And in 2012, he said he had nothing to give anymore. 4 years. Bayern Munich, 2013 to 2016. Back-to-back double champions, back to be won the Liga. And then at that point, he said nothing to give anymore. He had to move. He has been at Manchester City since 2016. He signed a new contract, and that's 8 years. Since 2016. I think Pep is tired. Pep is tired. He needs to refresh and he needs to recharge. And that's where you respect the likes of Arsene Wenger and the greatest of them all, Sir Alex Ferguson. Staying more than decades, staying decades in a team, refreshing, and renewing yourself. Pep is burnt out. He needs a new challenge. Etihad won't sack him because that would be the most stupid thing to do. But honestly, I think Pep wants to get fired. And I think the best thing that Etihad would do, which would be the most incredible thing in the world, tell whoever is the CEO to tell Pep to go take a break. Let him go on a sabbatical. Don't fire him. It's crazy, Harry. But if Pep is not challenging, you will see him in the interview. He was restless. He was restless. He's a genius, we know, but he has never been in this position before. When Alex Ferguson was in this position, he got Van Persie he negotiated it. And it worked. When he didn't even have it, he was still competing. Mourinho still competing. Yeah, to a certain level. He would do something. He could manage it. But this guy is in an unfamiliar territory. I do not believe it's because of Rodri. I do not believe it's because players are missing. Because the philosophy of Pep has always been his brain, his formation, the team. So even if they're struggling and not meeting up to the required standard, the formation, the philosophy should work to a certain extent, to a certain level, to compete. If this is not the case, then there is a deliberate attempt to slow down because of maybe the 115 charges, and they are seeing something in the horizon that we are not seeing. Maybe that's why they want to play some things down. Or Pep is one of the greatest gamblers in this world. Full-blown Casino Royale. That he wants to give them a head start and catch up. If that's the case, he wants to probably spend big in January, which to me, if he does that, he's no longer the greatest coach in the world because he can't manage any small team. But if that's the case, that he wants to come up and upset the apple cart, the Booker's odds and every other thing and just come out from nowhere and still win it when all the odds are against him, hey, great, fantastic. But that's a long shot. That guy was scratching his face and scratching his nose. Then he's one of the greatest actors in the world. Pep wants to get fired. I believe so. Pep wants to get fired because there's no plausible reason why this is happening. You cannot just have a meltdown of this magnitude. That's Pep wants to get fired. Tell me what you think in the comments down below while we look forward to the CAF Player of the Year. Good luck at the Milan Lookman. We hope you win it, right? But seriously, Pep wants to get fired. Pep wants to get fired. Frankie Demodialapa is my name. Talking sports is my game. And I am the greatest. Like, subscribe, share, and follow. You're supporting the guy. Come on. I'm the greatest.